Hey guys, I wanted to share with you a few tips that I've come up with to be able to maintain consistent temperature in my smoker. This is a Masterbuilt 40-inch Sportsman's Elite propane smoker, and I forget how many shelves it's got. I think it's 6. I take some of them out to make more room, and I don't necessarily need them all. But one of the things I wanted to show you that I do is I use a throw away the water pan. Some people don't use a water pan. I like it. I think it's pretty helpful, if nothing else, just to add more flavor. I put various herbs and spices in the pan and just use plain water. What I really wanted to show you is I take bricks, and some of these are fire bricks, some of these are just clay bricks. I wrap them in foil. The only reason I do that is just to keep them cleaner, and as they get really nasty I can unwrap it and then toss on some new aluminum foil. I think I've got about 4 or 5 on this shelf. And then let's look at the bottom piece. I've got some other fire bricks, some of them that are not wrapped. And I line the bottom of my smoker with foil so when it gets nasty I can just pull it up and put a new piece down. And then I actually take these fire bricks and I threw away the original container for the water, and then what am I trying to say? The container for the chips. And I actually use chunks on the cast iron like most people do. This seems to work really, really well. I actually put a little bit too much smoke in there a little bit ago, but I was going to be walking away for a little while, so I didn't want it to run out. But here again, I've just got the fire bricks. I built a little container around them, and I leave the cast iron pan sitting in a little angle. And this actually works really well because there's enough space, I don't know if you can see it, for the heat to dissipate around really, really well, and that's very helpful. The other thing I've done, if you may have noticed when I opened the video, is a lot of times these thermometers don't really work that well straight out of the box, so I always have a second one. And I just drill a hole through the door, mount it, just takes a little nut around it, and it works really well too. That way you have 2 of them and they can kind of check each other, and you can decide whether or not your unit is keeping enough heat on the inside. And I just started this about 3 hours ago, so I haven't even put my meat probes in just yet, but I'll usually have them sitting up here on top of the smoker on a little platform to keep them off the heat and make sure I get really good temperature readings. But anyway guys, I just hope that helps you out. I also built a little stand for this just out of some plywood, some marine plywood, and some other boards I had laying around, and this helps to bring it up a little bit higher, so it's not quite so hard for me to bend over to replace chunks and that sort of thing. So anyway guys, I hope this is a helpful video for you. Really has helped me. I can keep a consistent temperature in a strong wind and cold weather. I guess one other thing I could show you is the bottom of this smoker has a pretty good system for retaining heat. It's got these sheet metal walls around it, so wind really doesn't affect my flame very much at all. So I can keep a really good consistent temperature. But anyway, guys, I hope this is helpful for you. If it was, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. And I hope you guys have a blessed day. Take care.